We don't teach God in our schools anymore. We don't even teach the 10 Commandments. Most kids don't even know the 10 Commandments. And so they don't have a fear of God. If you don't have a fear of God, there is no way that you are going to be able to go into a society and promote any type of righteousness.
First dream was my wife's, and she had this dream where we were in a house, and inside the house she said she felt like the ground grumbling and it sounded like maybe an earthquake type of thing going on outside. So we ran outside to see what was going on, she said. And she said from one end of the sky to the other, all you saw was planes, a ton of planes from one end of the sky to the other, and they all had bombs. And at first they weren't dropping, but she said as the dream went on, they just started dropping. Bombs were dropping everywhere, all around us. A Red Dawn type of event happened in her dream. She had no indication of who it was that was invading, but we were invaded, and it was bad. Second dream was my dream. Again, my family and I were in a house somewhere and having a conversation, kind of a relatively peaceful day. And as I'm talking to these folks, I can see outside, behind these folks was a window, like a bay window, and I could see all of a sudden just this huge mushroom cloud go up. And I told everyone, turn around and look what's going on. And we all watched in awe through the window there, this huge mushroom cloud on the horizon. So we all ran outside to watch it. It's just shock. It's just shock. Everything that people have talked about, you see in the movies, we were watching it, and it felt like we were right there watching it in real life. It's a dream, of course, but it felt so real. So we're watching this thing, and we're watching this mushroom cloud go off. Indications where it looked like north from where we were. But anyway, it didn't matter because another one went off and turned our attention to another direction, and we watched that one. Now there's two. But then another one went off, a third, and then a fourth, and then a fifth, and then a sixth. It seemed to be where it stopped at 6. Like 6 cities were hit. I don't know if it's 6 exactly. Did it mean 6 are going to be hit? But one thing is for sure, it's all happened one day. Just an attack one day, boom, 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 multiple cities were hit. So was it 6 exactly, or was it multiple cities, just trying to say in a dream? 6 seemed to be that number. That no sooner happened, and we're just devastated and shocked at what was going on, that the ground opened up. Very strange, this part. It may be more spiritual at this point. But the ground opened up, and just light coming through the ground, something was broke open that had been restrained. And this is what it seemed to me, that the restrainer is no longer restraining at this point. It opens up, and wickedness comes out of it, represented by a wolf that was in the dream that had come out. And boom, that was it. It was over. Now, whatever was in there was restrained. Remember, listen, folks, the restrainer is, if you think things are bad now, the restrainer is still here. The church is still here. The gates of hell will not prevail against the church. And right now, the evil forces going in full force can't happen. Now, if you think it's bad now, and the restrainer is removed, hell on earth is an understatement of what is coming.
just coming to you with a very urgent word, prophecy, dream, whatever this was. Last night I had a very troublesome dream. I wasn't afraid in the dream at all, which is very important, but I just want to let you know that yeah, we're gonna be invaded at some point in the future, and it's gonna be, they're gonna be everywhere. They're gonna be like, we think we're so invisible, and you know, because we have weapons and stuff like that, especially as individuals. And I'm a person who was in the military, so I kind of have that invincibility thing going on too. Like, oh, they're not gonna invade us. Oh, please believe. Yeah, no. Yeah, we're gonna be invaded with their old little Kalashnikovs and all of that stuff. They're gonna be everywhere. And yeah, if you think you're invisible just because you have a couple weapons at home and oh, you're gonna defend to the end, okay, well then defend to the end. But I'm telling you, we're about to be invaded. And the one person in my family who I know has lots of weapons, in this dream, that person was asleep the entire time. Like, and I want you guys to know that God is real, and it's time to get yourself right with him. It's not time to prepare and dig in holes and dig in basement shelters and all that stuff. You need to be repenting and making sure that you are right with the Lord, so that when he comes, you can go with him and you don't have to sit and take all of this and deal with all of this. In the dream, I can't really go through the whole dream because all I remember is it happened more like a vision, even though it happened at night, like when I was sleeping, just like normal, just like if I was having a dream. But for some reason, when I'm thinking back on it, it looks like a vision, because there's no linear like dream sequence. It just, these are the things that I saw. I saw myself trying to drive, but for some reason I couldn't drive. I was walking. So like every road that I was trying to go down, I saw helicopters, choppers, like, and they weren't our people. They were another country. And so I saw them, the soldiers, marching down the street, kind of going after people. They were not shooting at everybody, and I had the feeling that they wanted to minimize conflict. And that lets me know that this is true, because like we have lots of guns here, so they don't know who they're going to be popping off with. It's going to be a lot of insurgency if someone came to invade us. So it seemed like they were trying to minimize conflict, like they were trying to get people to go back in their houses or something like that. And I tried to go down the street, and like helicopters came over that area, soldiers start marching down that area, and I turned to go somewhere else, because I mean, and this part makes sense too, because America is big. So like there are going to be lots of places where they are not, but they're going to be like, I feel like it's going to be major cities and major areas. They're going to be there. And so I don't know that. I'm just telling you, in the dream, that was the feeling, like there were places that I could run. So I ran down one road, and then there were people gathering at a mall. They were all in the mall, and they were trying to make a plan or something like that. And another place that they were trying to make a plan was like at a university. I saw a university. I saw people trying to act like business as usual and trying to go to school and do their normal thing, but it was nothing normal about this. So, you know, I just want to put the word out there. I've never had a dream like that of well, I've had dreams of like things that I thought might have been an invasion, but this is not a normal dream that I would have. So I saw soldiers. I saw a clear invasion in America. This was nowhere else. This was America. And the Lord, I'm telling y'all, everything he's been showing me has been coming to pass. This is going to come to pass. I may not see it. I pray I don't see it. I pray that I'm in glory. But, you know, this is what's gonna happen. So, and I don't want to live in a country where it's popping off like that. But God will watch over his people. That's what I'm gonna say. God will watch over his own.
Hey, brothers and sisters, just want to let you know I had a dream about 3 days ago, possibly 4 now, and I meant to make a video about it. I was making a short video. I dreamed that I was in this huge house, and I was thinking about the United States and how far we'd fallen, our country had fallen from where it was, how we were a Christian nation, and Bible principles were even in school. You could have prayer groups, you could have things like that, and then all of a sudden they took that away, and they've just chipped away at our rights piece by piece, right? The very value and fabric and nature of this country now, the left-leaning people and the people that are Marxists or socialists or pro-modernists, whatever they want to call themselves, they want to take away God from school, and they want to take God out of the world, and they want to destroy all those principles by which men get our morals and our values, and they want to destroy that, and they want to corrupt and take over the United States of America through rules and regulations. And so as I was climbing these stairs, I began to pray for the United States of America, and I began to cry out to God to save America. And then, as in the Matrix picture that I just showed, my mouth began to do that, and I could feel those strings of skin between there, and my mouth shut, and God said, do not pray for America. America will be judged. So that's what the Lord told me. I don't know what to tell you guys about praying for America, but that's what the Lord told me. Do not pray for America again. So I will not pray for America.
The Holy Spirit is underlining something that is taught from Genesis to Revelation, that a day of judgment is going to come, that the world is going to have to stand someday before the judgment of God. You will stand there as an individual. We'll stand there as a nation. We'll stand there as a society to give an account of our stewardship here.